So welcome everyone. Welcome to another day of Be Agile Scrum, and this is going to be a last day of Agile Scrum. However, we are transitioning today to the day one of business analysis, and that's the reason this is the very first day for business analysis as well. So let me repeat what I just now said. I said that after welcoming you all, that this is going to be the last day of Agile. However, a transition day for business analysis, where you may find this is going to be a day one for business analysis as well. So before we begin, let's welcome to all new members. So people, if you are attending for the first time, kindly you can virtually raise your hand and quickly talk about yourself. Who are you, from where you are coming, and how long you have been with this industry into IT? If not, or just you have any career gap, or you are thinking to just get started as a fresh, what is your one intention you are here? So who can go first? So who recently joined? I think it's Santosh. It's you, right? Okay, so before you, Santosh, begin, so keep yourself unmuted. Let me quickly introduce myself, and then Prerna can take up, and then you can go ahead. So there will be two trainers over here, as you know, that is always two trainers in every track. So one, I would be there, another would be Prerna. I come with 19 years of experience, and I have vast experience into business analysis, quality analysis, and service management, service delivery, and release management as well. So this is my background. I have worked with more than 7 industries in IT, and have worked overseas more than 13 countries so far, and with the various domain into banking, utility, insurance, and payments, cards, means various other stuff. So these quickly I could name it. So that's all about me. Additionally, apart from this, I am also an award-winning author and coach as well for self-development. So this is all about, you will be learning from me as well as Prerna. Prerna, over to you quickly.
Yeah, thank you, Gaurav. So again, a warm welcome to all of you into this super exciting and new sessions. And before we start the session, I just wanted to share something that these sessions are completely interactive, and we love to have participation from all of you. So if you have watched the earlier videos, you would see that everybody talks here. We discuss, we exchange ideas. So please don't treat it as a typical Zoom session where you come and listen and go. So, be active, be involved, because that is how we get the best out of the sessions, because everybody understands and we go ahead. So that's that's a brief detail I wanted to share. So starting with me, I'm Prerna. I have more than 14 years of total industry experience in IT and banking. I have done my master's in computer applications from Mumbai University around 14 years back, and I've been working continuously after that into many MNCs. Right now, also I'm working for an international bank in their IT and ops region. I started from a development background, then I got into team management, project management, portfolio management, overall entire vertical management. So, and then analysis has always been a part of my work, starting with technical and then even functional and product analysis. So yes, along with that, teaching is my passion. So that's why we are here to continue that passion, as well as the superb intention of getting all of you placed as soon as possible, with all the cooperation from your end as well. So yes, that's it from my side. Thank you so much. Over to you, Gaurav.
Yeah, so we'll now request new people quickly just talk about yourself. Santosh, over to you.
Hi, this is Santosh from Houston, Texas, and I am like IT is totally new for me. I used to do daycare job and run a salon from home. So it's everything new for me. Like you can say, I'm starting from nursery class here. So I need to learn from ABCD to until Z.
Super.
So I hope I'll do better, best with you guys. But I have one question only for now. That you said it's day two, but I didn't join day one. So is that the video you guys provided me?
No, no, Santosh, don't worry. This is going to be day one for you. So what exactly happens? Our this track run continuously. Okay, so today
Okay.
is a day when we will be transitioning into day one of business analysis track. The moment it gets over, we start with agile scrum. As Deo ji might have told you that this is the hybrid track of business analysis as well as scrum master. Do you remember
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
this is all about that I was talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's
Thank you
it.
so much.
So welcome Santosh to Guru Schools, and looking forward you learning in depth. So who else is the first or second time? Ishan, Priyanka, Aparna, Pratap, Ankit, Himani, right?
Yeah, Himani.
Yes, Himani, please.
Yeah, hi. So I'm from Toronto, Canada, and I've been working in Amazon Fulfillment Center since a year now, after a gap of almost 10-12 years. IT is also new for me, just like Ms. Santosh. So it's like I never worked in IT. So this is basically, I'm also starting from scratch. So looking forward to learning more and more, and I hope I can do, like, I'll try to do my best, and I hope I can meet up your expectations as well.
Awesome, Himani. And what's your educational background, Himani?
So I have done my master's in sociology, and beside
Okay.
that I have also done website designing, but it was like long time back. So it's almost 20 years back. So yeah, it's a long gap. So basically this thing is all new for me right now.
Yes, yes. So thank you so much for sharing this. So anyone else who is left out? So we have other members now, Roli, Raji, and Ankit. Yeah. So can we all welcome Himani and Santosh? Unmute yourself and please welcome Himani and Santosh. So welcome, guys.
Welcome,
Welcome,
Himani.
Welcome.
Himari and
Welcome,
Santosh.
Himani.
Thank
Thank
you
Welcome,
you
so
so
much,
much.
Himani.
all of you.
Welcome, both of you
Thank
guys.
you, thank you.
Yeah. So let's get started. And before we start, we follow certain rules, okay? And we want all of us to follow this rule and thereby complete the track for which we have joined in. And why we have joined these tracks. So only one answer behind this is to anyone can answer to what?
To get place.
Exactly,
Placed.
Shan. Yes, that's the core intent. We all are here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm quickly going to share my screen and we are going to learn some quick guidelines that what we need to follow to gate placed. Okay. So remember there are total 6 guidelines. And we call it as a code of honor. The very first one we need to follow is that showing up live, because agile is the ground, and business analysis is the pillar, or they say foundation on which the entire IT is standing. So considering that in agile world we have many more ceremonies in layman terms, these are many more meetings, and every meeting demands these 3 things, that is be on time, remain punctual, and remain highly committed. And that's the reason the training itself becomes a project, and we need to practice over here, so that you follow this over here. And why you need to follow this? Because it is said that how you do anything is how you do everything. One of my mentors says that Then comes the second one. Second one says that be the full stack student, and it doesn't say that you have to just become the student where you are learning and going back and you are done. No, being the full stack student means what? You are starting this getting placed journey with the training, and the training demands you to be the full stack student, because when training comes you become student already, but here you need to become the full stack student who does all the assignment, does all the self research, and repeat whatever you have learned. So these three things you must need to follow. And if you are following this, you are going to experience something, but for that you need to take your own responsibility. So take the full responsibility. What you are going to experience is the success once you get place and start making money or extra money. And in case you don't do that, you will experience the failure. Take the responsibility of that as well. And when you will do that, you will understand what you are not following, and thereby there are chances that you will be going to correct that. And when you will correct that, then you will identify this failure becomes the trail to success. And then comes in fourth one. Fourth one requires a really heavy mindset. Even sometimes people will listen code of honor again and again and again as a reminder. They may if they have this positive mindset, they may feel that it is helping them to get going. Otherwise, it won't help them. So even what kind of mindset you need to have? You need to have a learning mindset, then only you may have the positive mindset. And the more positive mindset you will have, you will find you are going complaint free, and more complaint free you will go on, you will find yourself loading with the gratitude, and the gratitude mindset will help you to get more what you intend to have with this training. And the fifth one comes in the increased receptivity. And for these all to have, you must have the receptivity so that you can get going. And for this, I generally share two things. One, to increase any receptivity, start your day with Stranger Secret, an audio track which I keep on giving to every single student who connect with me. And this comes with 30 days challenge. And this is one audio record by one of the influencer in history, Earl Nightingale. And this audio track you might find on internet tampered, and that's the reason you can ping me or DM me, and that time I'll share the personal track which I recorded in own voice. You can put it into 2x mode, and you can listen to till the end for next 30 days. And this is a 40 minutes audio track, but you can consume it within 20 minutes. How do you do that? When you do your daily rituals, like doing your jogging, exercising, or any other stuff, just put it into headset and start listening to it. You will see subtle differences in whatever area, whatever you are doing. It is going towards the improvement, towards the success, towards the next level. To experience that, this is recommended to listen every single day, and in every sphere of your life you see the changes and the quality of life getting improved. So that you need to listen this 30 days audio track and ask me for the link, and I'll share that with you. And the second one comes that any learning we are getting into, remember to follow golden quadrant of learning. So golden quadrant of learning comes in 4 steps. One, declare with the anchor before you get into the learning. So the moment you start your deep learning, and you after declaration, remember to draw within 24 hours whatever you have learned. You can draw like how you are seeing the drawing over here on the screen, and then summarize it. All right. So what we are going to do, since you have known this, draw, summarize. Two things we are going to do over here. That is declaration with learning, and then learning. Declaration with anchor, and then learning. Draw and summarize, that you can do in next coming days. Okay. You are all set to declare, everyone? Say yes if you are ready
Yes,
to
yes,
declare.
sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how do we declare that with anchor? The anchor is the self hi-fi or clap at the count of 3. Why we need to clap and hi-fi? Because it brings the entire body focus towards what we are going to get started as learning, and thereby it delays the chance of getting diverted from the focus what you intend to have. So that's the reason at the count of three, we are going to have a self clap or a self high five, and then declare what is selected on your screen that you can see just now. Let me select that. Yeah. So whatever is selected, I'm going to just read it, and then you just repeat after me. So 1, 2, 3, and clap and start.
I'm a quick
After.
learner.
I am
I'm
a
a quick
I'm a quick
learner.
learner.
What
what
others
What
can learn
other
and
Learn
master.
and master.
master
I
I
too,
too
I
Good,
too
good,
can
good.
Do
do
that.
that.
Good. Once again, and 1, 2,
Happy.
3, and clap and
I'm
Because I
repeat with me.
I'm
Because
Because
I
an
an
am a
awesome
quick
awesome
learner.
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 what other
Today
Today's
learning is
learning is
going to be
going to
super
be
duper
master
easy to
I
me.
super
can
duper
do
easy
that
to me.
because I
Easy to you. Yes, this learning is going to be super duper easy to you in case you have done this clapping and repeating whatever I said. So how you are going to get to see now. So remember, the sixth one is very important. When you have learned now, you are ready to get placed. And once you are getting placed and start earning, and in case you are still earning today, or you are not yet earning, remember to be the giver once you start your earning. Why you need to be a giver? Because on the path of learning, that keeps you spiritually grounded. What do I mean by this? Means you will remain, that your happiness level will get increased, and you will find yourself on the path of growth. And if you continue to do so, remember to add at least 5 or 10% from your earning to give away. Uh, and at least can you do this after you get placed? And when you will do that, why you need to do that? Because it is said that when you give, you grow, and when you receive, you may survive. And I'm sure you are not here just for a growth, just for a survive. You are here for a growth only, right? So if you want to experience that, add this as an intention that once I start earning, I will add this part. Whoever after joining over here have added even this as a this part in their daily earning, or monthly earning, they have experienced the growth in their personal economy. So you can also try it and see it. I know initially it may sound tough because you are not habituated to do that. Start with a few percent and try to reach up to 10, and you will see the experience. Okay. And when you are doing this, remember to appreciate what you are doing and what others are doing for you. And even something doesn't happen to you, remember everything is preparing for you the next better version. So that's the reason you appreciate. And it is also said with the universal law, what you appreciate appreciates you back. So after that, the very important learning. So these 6 ground rule we do agree to follow. So do we agree to follow these 6 ground rules? Say yes if you are ready.
yes
Yes?
Yes, got
Thank
it.
you so much. So now, before just taking a deep dive, uh, here are how your schedule would be. Sunday, every Sunday will be your technical session. We are going to meet at 9:30 p.m. EST. Monday will be the assignment. The unsaid assignment is that this one, that after declaration, where it has gone, after declaration and anchoring, you are going to learn, and then you need to draw and present that in the summary, whatever you have learned, just within 2 minutes. Shoot that what you have learned and send it into the WhatsApp group. That's the unsaid assignment. Every single time in the next day you have to do. Then comes Tuesday, we are going to meet for technical session once again. The time is going to be 9:30 p.m. EST, but parallelly start your RRP session, where your profile optimization, resume preparation would be there. And then comes Wednesday, your assignment day. That's the unsaid assignment that you need to do. Then comes Thursday. Don't forget to join for RRP session once again. And you may find that it is getting repeated, but once you will show up, even if it is getting repeated, remember to continue to show up, because that defines your credibility. More credibility, more marketability, and that's your responsibility that you must have. So that's the Thursday. Then comes Friday, and Friday you can do your some research, whatever the learning you might have, come up with the question and answer, so that you can ask on Sunday. And then Saturday can be your breather day. So this is how the entire plan is. So if you are good with this, can we go ahead to start the learning? Ready,
Yes,
everyone?
Gaurav.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, although this was also part of learning. So here, if for you it might be that something might be new, but still how you can go ahead, you can keep it in the parking if you don't get it. If you get it in easy way, that's altogether nice. So here we are going to you know going to do estimation. So I would request Prerna to start with just explaining them what is estimation, and then further I can go ahead and share every single or whatever I can. And if Prerna you touches few, then I can take few, or otherwise you can just explain them estimation, how they can understand what do we mean by estimation. Over to you, Prerna. Prerna, you there?
Yeah, sorry, Gaurav, can you please
Yeah.
continue on this?
Okay, just give me a moment.
Yeah, thank you.
So guys, just quickly unmute yourself and tell me, what do you mean by estimation? Yes, Santosh, please
So
try.
calculating the existing one with like if it is liquids, we measure with calculate with the liters or something. If it is like anything walking or something, we measure like kilometers. So we
Mhm.
estimate what we have did in according to the.
Brilliant. Okay, so amazing. So what happens, we develop software in IT industry, right? And to develop any, and thank you so much for your answer, Santosh. So this is all right. So in IT industry, what do you think that would be the estimation? And in IT industry, who all works? Coders works, who does coding. Some analyst work who analyze the business, that in business what all things are required. Few technician works, to whom we call it as a technical architect and all. So these are the role. A few tester works who test whether application is working properly or not. And you know what? Everyone provides their estimate. So what do you think that here the estimate would mean? So anyone can answer.
To give an approximate idea based on the previous experience, maybe here like based on previous sprint, and as you told about velocity and capacity, using those things, keeping those in mind.
Yeah. So just what we need to do means here. What do you mean by estimate?
We need to estimate the time we need to calculate the time needed to complete a particular task in a
Awesome,
sprint.
Priyanka. That's
Yeah.
absolutely right. Thank you so much, Priyanka, for sharing. So yes, as Priyanka said, absolutely right in terms of IT, as Santosh shared, and generic term as well. Both are right. That it's all about the timing. How much time
Gaurav,
you
it's
can take?
me, Gaurav. It's
Yeah,
Raji.
yeah. It was
I shared the
Raji,
experience.
not Santosh.
Oh, really? So
Yes.
Raji did okay, but how come Raji is speaking and Santosh's name is highlighting?
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
know.
no. Like I unmuted myself and I have explained everything and I unmute
Ah,
myself again. Like mute
Yeah,
myself
okay.
she's
again.
right.
Okay, okay, I get it. So thanks, Raji, for sharing that. So Raji and Priyanka, Raji and Priyanka, did you also share that?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, Gaurav.
uh,
Yeah, yes.
okay. So awesome. Thank you so much for sharing this. So you both are right. So the thing is that ultimately here, any task needs to be completed. But how long time do you require? And we need to calculate that. We need to assess that. And that's what we call it as the estimation before really coming up to certain fixed, not fixed, but tentative timeline. This is what we call it as an estimation. Priyanka said, Raji said that how we can share based on the experience level, right? So this is one type of the estimation technique. Do you all agree that everyone has the experience? So let's get back onto one thing, asking that one common thing you do every single day on a regular basis, and everyone asks you about it, how long it will take. They may call you mom, they may call you wife, they may call you teacher, they may call you anything. But everyone asks you at home, or if you're a gentleman, someone would be asking you to do something, and you need to respond in terms of hour. So can you respond one single thing that you do every single day, and you need to respond to them in terms of minutes of or hours? So who can answer that? Anyone? Rolly, what do you think? One thing that you do every single day, and someone asks that how long it will take, you need to respond them in minutes.
I'm still thinking because so many things we do at
Yeah,
home.
pick
Generally,
only
we
one.
just say to kids is like every time, even though it takes long time, we just tell them as 1 minute or 5 minutes or 10 minutes, approximate time.
For
Yeah.
me,
So
it's yeah. This is Santosh.
yeah, Santosh.
So for me, it's when my kids go to school, it's their breakfast or lunch.
Okay, thank you so much, Santosh. So does everyone prepare breakfast at home?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing for me. The lunch we have to
Yes. Yeah.
prepare with the kids. So every time I
Okay.
have to say 10 minutes or 15 minutes.
Okay. And sometimes, gentlemen, do you also prepare, or you help, or you just promise to someone that you will reach at home, right? That's the driving is also activity. Do you all agree? Traveling is an activity. If you are supposed to reach
Yes.
somewhere, yeah,
Yes,
Yes.
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 everyone. So, and you respond them based on what? Based on your experience. And experience is one type. Okay. So that is uh, one technique that you need to respond, that how long it will take. Another technique would be Google Maps technique. Okay, so Google, you just open the Google Map, Map tells you okay, and you go ahead with that. So gut feeling, experience, and Google Map, three estimation technique, where you just measure some distance based on the time and kilometer. Okay, but when it comes to creating some software, and every person needs to do their activities, someone needs to analyze them, someone needs to need them, someone needs to design them, and someone needs to code them. Everyone over here needs to give their time they are going to take to develop certain module of the screen. Say for example, you are watching this Zoom screen. Can you all watch, can you all see this Zoom screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Zoom is the bigger application. Okay, in this bigger application, these are some tools. Okay, mic, video, security, participants, poll, chats, share screen, reaction, apps, whiteboard, and many more things. These all are the app means features of Zoom, and every single thing is in a module itself, and it had required some time to develop some by someone. Okay. However, the another important feature is what? Bringing all the participants together at one grid. Can you all see that you all appear one by one beside each other? And this is called as appearance. Even that would have required to, consolidate together, and how it will look like to on the UI side to bring together. It would have required some technique, some technology, or you call it as some coding, and some designing part as well, to make it look like this. Do you all agree with this? That
Yes.
it also would have required some engineering works. So business analyst would have thought that how to bring, so how part and appearance part he would have thought, and he would have suggested to business to designer, which we call it as a sometime UI person, UI UX developers. Okay, So they would have read it from business analyst, but before even business analyst could come up with the specific design, he would have pondered upon it. He would have interacted with some customer that what exactly they would be looking for. Okay, not with the customer or those person who do the conferences. Okay, so after taking some data and some feedback from the market, they would have agreed upon to give such kind of experiences to the user, end user who does conferences, and then they would have suggested this to the designer and thereby to the coder and thereby to the tester, and after testing it, it would have been launched to market. So this is the simple process for any software. Okay, and every time even business analyst would have thought in a way that to some senior person, he was responsible to give them an estimate that how long he would come back with the thoughtful design. Okay, this is just an example. Do you all agreed and understood this simple example of Zoom?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
yes.
Now let's go back to give such estimate. What all types of estimates are we are going to go over there? So here, few is called as story sizing techniques. What is story sizing techniques? So first, let me tell you before we get into story sizing technique, how many of you know what is Fibonacci number?
I know.
Okay, anyone else who know? Roly
Yeah,
knows
yeah,
it.
I
Yeah,
also know that.
I know as well.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So Fibonacci number, it starts with how? Can you give example, Priyanka? What
Zero.
is
Yeah,
zero? Okay,
0,
Raji.
then
Okay.
1,
10,
then
then
0
1,
plus 1 is 1 again, then
Hmm.
1
2.
plus 1, 2, then 2
Hmm.
plus, I mean, adding the two successive numbers, one by one, one by one.
Yes. So adding every successful number, every succeeder number, it becomes the next number. And as everyone said over here, that it starts with 0, it goes to 0 to 1, then we will add 0 and 1, it becomes next number will become the 1. Then they will again add 1 and the predecessor number that will come 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, and then 2 plus 1 will become 3, and that's what you can see here on the screen when it comes to number 1, 2, 3, 5, then becomes 8, and there it becomes 13. Okay, and thereby it continues to go. And it signifies the number of hours as well. So when it comes to 13, you know, it's almost when you convert them, considering these story points, this is again, the bigger the number is, the higher the complexity is. Okay, so bigger the number is, it means that it requires more time. Okay, bigger the number means what? It requires more time, it requires more attention, and there are chances to a bigger work you can break down in more smaller work. Okay, so how, let me quickly ask you, if you need to achieve some bigger goal, what is the easiest way to achieve that? Who can answer? It could be any bigger goal.
Step by step.
Step by step. That's right, Raji. So you can go into step by step model, and to any software, if you want to deliver, remember this simple thing which Raji said, that is step by step. And when you just break down every goal into smaller milestone, like you have to travel for 200 miles and you are breaking down, let's first take 5 miles of journey completed, take some rest, then go further, and thereby you will find one fine day you are at your destination standing. So in the same manner, if you have 1 year long project, you need to break it down that what you can achieve within 6 months, and then you further break it down that what immediately you can achieve within 3 months, and thereby you can promise to the client that within 3 months we will come and show you this kind of work is done. But to those 3 months, you can also break it down within every single month what you can deliver to your client. And every single month, the large piece of the goal can be broken down further in every single day. But for every single day, say for example, there could be a chances that you can complete few work in one day, but some work requires your week of effort, some may require your 15 days of work. And we work here in the sprint, and sprint is what? Who can answer? What do we mean by sprint? Who can
3 week,
answer?
2 week.
What do we mean by sprint? Any answer?
A time frame, a time boxed.
Exactly.
It's basically time box, and which is basically to complete a requirement, a particular small task. So a limited set of time in which we aim to complete that task.
Exactly, Priyanka. Yeah. So Priyanka has said that this is a time duration, time frame, and
Mm-hmm.
Raji gave the example that is 2 weeks. So 2 weeks is the means ideal timeline to deliver a work, and that we call it as a sprint. So 2 weeks is the ideal timeline, but it goes from minimum 1 week or one day to 4 weeks maximum. The sprint cannot be greater than 4 weeks. Okay, remember this. In IT industry, when it comes to agile, a timeline or sprint cannot be greater than what? It cannot be greater than 4 weeks, and minimum it has to be one day or 1 week. But the ideal timeline is the 2 weeks, what Raji gave as an example. Okay, so in 2 weeks, whatever you can achieve. So every single thing, every single task are given a timeline. Now let me get into more details of it. So how to decide about it? Okay. So say for example, let me use whiteboard first. Okay. Say for example, a new bank wants to emerge into the market, and emerging market this emerging bank comes to you, and you are a software company, and he says that I immediately want to add few new customers, okay, in my database. And then okay, where it has gone? Okay, it is there. After adding the new customer, what I want them to do, help them to add uh, add third party or beneficiary, okay, beneficiaries, and enable them to do fund transfers, and if they need, I can provide them more money for by using mortgages. Okay, so there are chances some bank may come up with immediately, quickly such modules, right? Do you all are with me? Everyone with
Yeah.
me? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what they say that can you quickly give me some estimate on these, that how long it will take? So you get into a room, start discussing with everyone, and you say, yeah, man, this mortgage may take multiple thing, because this mortgage requires what, this mortgage requires automobile mortgage. This mortgage requires home mortgage, that is real estate mortgage, that requires commercial real estate mortgage. This requires automobile mortgage, and various other mortgages. Okay, so all mortgages we will think about it. It will take a lot of things, because for those mortgages we need some customers data, and we need to give them our data and various other things. Fund transfer, even that comes with the various modules. Okay, so fund transfer can be done overseas, fund transfer can be done in the same bank, fund transfer can be done into other bank in the same country. Fund transfer can have the limitation, and that limitation can be into some threshold, that is $1 to $500. The fund transfer can have further threshold, that is 500 to $1,000, or 500 to $50,000, and 50,000 onwards. And the same thing will go on the various others, various other fund transfers when it comes to threshold and type of customer. So I think even that requires a lot of brainstorming. We will, and customer does not need it. They said that to get started, we need at least these all things. So they themselves have come up with something and they have created the priority. So what we are going to do, let's quickly understand their priority. So first they want to deal with customer and they want to customer to add some data, and what kind of data they can add. So they come up with something and they say that, all right, customer wants to, and in fact we want customer to add their name. I want them to add their address. I want them to upload some documents where their identity can be confirmed. So you say, oh, just three things. Let's go ahead. And it says that help add beneficiary. And even beneficiary details, their bank account number, where their bank account details are from, and their identity if needed. So these three things we can upload and we can quickly provide them. So then you discuss internally with the internal team and you ask, hey, tell me to add a new customer in a system or in a record of a bank, how long it will take. So you discuss with the business analyst and you say that, can you come up with the design and the flow, and you can tell that how does do you think it will work. So your business analyst would say, all right, I can do that, you need to give me 5 days, for example. Okay, and I will come up with the details. Okay, and when I come up with the details, I will pass the details to developer and the tester and the architect. And you say, but still you go ahead and explain that what is in your mind. And when your business designer, coder, and tester, then when they get enlightened, they say, oh, all right, so this is how it is supposed to work. So what do you do that? Then you give them, yes, it is going to work like that. So based on these information provided, dear coder and UI UX developer, can you tell how long it will take for you? And every single person, be it okay, be it coder or designer or tester, they give you their their this is designer, this is the tester, and in between, say for example, this is coder. Okay, everyone gives you their estimate in terms of hour or in terms of day, but avoid giving in terms of day. There is a reason behind it, I'm going to tell. So by the way, you have understood so far here what I am trying to explain, that how everyone will be coming up and they will be giving you some timeline that to develop something, how long they will take. And now we will be getting into that, how they will do that. Okay, but for now you have understood that bank comes to you and they ask you certain thing to develop. Business analyst just tells you the how the things will move and flow, and then they move to and they turn to developer and they ask, can you tell me to achieve such a thing, how long you will take, because I gave you the information. And they ask tester, how many time how many hours you will take, and then they comes to the coder asking them how long you will take to code. Have you understood this thing, that how we are approaching towards the estimate? Everyone with me
Hey,
so far?
hey, hi, Gaurav. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you please take some water break? Yeah, we're on a continued talk. I'll just like to add something
Yeah.
here and maybe I can continue for some time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. So let me
Thank
just
you.
quickly complete it and then you move on. Okay. So everyone got over here, understood what we are trying to approach.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Okay. Yes, Prerna, over to you. So if you
Thank you
want to
so
add
much.
something, please go ahead
Yeah.
and add it.
So, guys, as the simple English word means estimate or estimation, that is what it exactly means in IT industry or any other industry. Gaurav has really rightly explained the entire concept of how different teams or sections of
department can give you different estimation, like starting with an analyst. He has to analyze the requirement, so he'll give an estimation of particular arts. And by the way, in industry, most of the times the estimations are given in the form of hours, because days is also an prevalent measure, but mostly you consider 8 hours a day is kind of a entire day's work, things like that. So yeah, it can be in the form of days or hours, but then, as the word mentioned, it is an estimate. Okay, it's not a hard and fast timeline. So it's not a due date. When we say due date, like when is the electricity bill payment due date is mentioned. So if it is 1st of December, and if you pay after that, it will be fine. So nothing like that. An estimation is a guesswork, rather a good guesswork or good understanding of how you can finish and complete your work. Okay, so I think everybody is good with it. If you have any doubts, please feel free to ask, or if you have any related questions, in case yes, no,
Hi,
answer,
Yeah,
or
guys,
if you
if
have
you
Prerna,
have,
I
any
have a
queries.
question. So,
Yeah,
business
Himani.
analyst is the first point of contact?
For from what angle, or from whose point of view you're asking this question? So can you please elaborate your question,
or just
Shivani?
speak what is in your mind. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, say for
I think
example,
you're
you're
on
just
mute,
thinking.
Shivani. You're on mute, dear.
Yeah. So, just
Okay,
speak what is in your mind, what you are thinking. That
okay, okay. I
is the
think I
first.
think I yeah, she's there. Yeah, Shima. Yeah, Himani.
Yeah, hi. So my question was, is business analyst is the first point of contact to give estimate?
Okay, so to sound more practical, estimates are not given by any one person. Okay, because when we talk about requirement estimates, project estimates, entire team members, or other senior team members contribution or involvement is required. Okay, so it's as simple as that. When a customer give you a requirement, definitely business analyst will first elaborate it, prepare business required document or functional specification document, and also he'll run it through with a senior team member, or if he's a junior BA, then maybe with senior BA first and scrum master, then ultimately with product owner. So he might be the first one to he or she might be the first one to start working on it, like preparing documentation, and trying to jot down the requirements in a more functional and structured manner. But he or she is not the one. It's always a collective decision. It's always a plan that is prepared. It's always considered what is the complex, also the development team, a senior developers or architect, because see, the thing might, excuse me, the thing might sound very simple on paper, but is it technically feasible? You understand the word feasible, right? So is it doable? Is it achievable in given time frame, or how many days of work it requires? So all these things are important. So that is why these I would say estimations are given uh, in accordance with entire team members. Okay, so that is like your product owner, your technical architect, in every senior member in your team, what all their contribution is, how well they have experience with the customer, and what is the complexity of the requirement, what is the deadline, what is the timeline the customer is asking for. So all these things have to be considered, and then only we come up with the estimation part of it.
Yeah.
Does this
And
answer
let
your
me
question?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
And let me add some few things, Himani, for your information. So whenever a requirement comes in, so customer approaches to the company, and from the company, when the project is decided, they speak to two people. They may speak to two people, and then you can call them as a point of contact. And those two people first can be the product owner, okay, and the second can be the business analyst, who collects the requirement. And the moment someone collects the fresh requirement from the customer, you can term them as a business analyst. Okay. And then you can term them as a first point of contact as well. because they only give this information. Hey, this is something on which this will work like this. So now everyone can visualize their own contribution as well. Okay, but first it comes to and through product owner and then business analyst. Is it clear to you, Himani, now? And more
Yeah. Now
yeah,
clear. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So in there is a meeting called where we discuss every single backlog item. Backlog item is requirement, and there we give them the estimates. So, and what is that meeting is called? Any idea, or someone can tell? You know what is that, and what meeting we
Standard
discuss?
meeting?
Exactly, Rolly. That's right. So that's a sprint planning meeting. So yes, and now were discussing about the estimation. So we'll continue. Over to you, Prerna. Yeah, story sizing we are still
Gaurav,
discussing.
yeah, Gaurav, can you please start with it? I'll intervene in between, please.
Okay, I thought you wanted to take. That's the
Yeah,
reason
yeah.
I gave
Thank
it. No problem. So here you see that whatever we have explained so far is about the estimation. Estimation means what? It is clear to you now. So now everyone gives a pointer first, and this is called as story sizing technique. In this story sizing technique, every requirement is given a pointer. Now, if coming back to this modules that we discussed in whiteboard, that is adding a new customer. So in adding new customer itself is a great requirement, and adding a new customer with name, address, and their phone number, and uploading document. So uploading document is a new feature. So I broke it down further, adding new customer to upload documents, to edit address, and to modify name as well, and save. So these are four items which is related to add new customer. So it comes with UI design. Okay, so now business analysts, I go to business analyst, and business analysts say that I give it to 4 story point. So what do we mean by story point? First, once again, what we are going to do is that we will be giving you two things, that is about the velocity and capacity, which means that when it comes to hours, how to calculate that, and you can explore it much more. I had recorded myself explaining the velocity and capacity. Based on that, you can understand the story point. To just quickly tell you, 8 May signifies the entire hours, 8 hours. Okay, so if something goes up to 8 pointers, it means it's a larger piece to be achieved. It is beyond 8, 13, or 21 or something like that. That is the larger piece you will give it a number to. If you think that something can be achieved within an hour, 1 hour or 2 hours or something, then you can give them the smaller story pointers. Okay, so these are techniques called as a story sizing. Why you should know this as a business analyst or a scrum master, that you can facilitate in that number, that these, in sprint planning meeting, everyone gives a complexity to one feature. Okay, so thereby you can just think of that how much hours I can calculate in my mind, and in a Fibonacci series, what the story point I can give it to them. And that then this is called as story sizing technique, where you are just defining the complexity, how complex one item is there to develop, design, test, and deliver and plan. Okay, so this is called as a story sizing technique. However, when you consider the story sizing technique, sometimes story points are written on the number of cards. Okay, so this is in a significant manner, that it will not always follow the Fibonacci series, but yes, certainly it follows. And this is called as a poker planning, where you will have a bunch of cards with all the number of estimated hours, and every team meeting will be sitting over there with their peer as well. Say, for example, one senior business analyst is there, and one assistant business analyst is there, one senior developer, one assistant developer is there. So what they will do, they will think about their estimate to develop one small piece of a bigger software, how much time they would require. They put their card on the table. Okay, so there are certain softwares that helps you to come together as a team and let you help to play that game, which we call it as a poker planning, where every one of the person pulls their card and show in the center, just like you might have played the game, Windows game of hearts or some, or solitaire, something like that. So where you can show some cards or something like that. So the team plays poker planning, where they pull their card out and they show in front of everyone. But here Scrum Master what will do, he will continue to record what all are happening, who is giving what kind of estimation. So this is called as poker planning. Then comes t-shirt sizes. So t-shirt sizes comes in the various size. And what could be those size? What are the common sizes of t-shirt? Can someone tell me?
S, M, L, XL, double XL.
Exactly, Rolly. So S, M, L, XL, double XL, and triple XL, and so on. So this is how even sometimes tasks are also calculated. And you are sitting in the sprint planning meeting, you will be asked, okay, so we have pulled this requirement to be completed. Can you share your t-shirt size for this particular requirement? Then you can go ahead and you can think that, okay, S is the few hours requirement, 1 hour, 2 hours, or in half of the day. So always understand, give your estimation in the hours. And these techniques like t-shirt sizing, dot voting, these are okay to understand for understanding purpose. On the high level discussion based on the company, you should know this. There are n number of estimation techniques, but to in the agile industry you should know few of them, and these are few of them, 4 or 5. So we are discussing t-shirt size, like a story sizing and story point we are giving to identify the complexity. Poker planning, we are showcasing the cards, and in t-shirt we are just declaring the size of the requirement, whether it is small, medium, or XL, or large, or double XL, or something like that, so that you can continue to share that as per me, I this task is of this size, and based on the size we will decide the hours you might take. Then comes the dot voting. In dot voting, what happens, there are some sticky notes which are marked under every single requirement, and one dot means the smallest smallest work to be done. It does not require more dots, it does not require more effort to complete. You go ahead against your name, and below your requirement in the rows and column you can put some dots on your requirement. And again, the dot may follow the same sequential number like Fibonacci series. Either you can give 1 dot, 2 dot, and then 3 dot, and then 5 dot, and 8 dot on something like that. You can go ahead on those sticky notes. You can put dot, 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 dots. Then comes Delphi. So what is Delphi? Delphi technique. Delphi technique, also known as experience-based technique, means you have worked on something already, and then you come up with, okay, such kind of things require this much hours, and clear cut you are giving your giving your estimate in terms of hours. Be it you are a business analyst for designing and creating the requirement document, or creating the user story. User story is a name given on high level for a set of action, for set of action item that you are going to complete against one requirement. Okay, one requirement can be broken down into the 5, 7, 8 requirement, and one requirement can become the user story, and every user story will have the work for every single person. One user story can be worked by business analyst, or and developer, and tester, and architect and designer and coder. So everyone will have their own responsibility, how they are contributing to achieve something, one functionality. Okay. And you, based on your role and responsibility, and based on your history, how you have worked in the industry, you can provide some hours you think that it would require for you to contribute. Okay, so you will be giving the hours for that. Is it clear what is experience based or Delphi technique? Everyone, hello, you all are there, right?
Yes.
Yes, it is very clear.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah,
but
thank you.
I have one question.
Yes, Santosh.
So these are different ways to collect the requirements.
Not requirement. We are
Like
discussing what,
time, like
Santosh?
yeah. So these are the different ways to tell what how much requirement you need or something like that.
No, Santosh, first tell what we are discussing right now.
We're discussing sprinting and
No, 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 no.
story sizing estimation. Sorry, estimation.
Estimation, right?
Yeah.
So what we are giving, in the estimation?
Yeah, we are giving estimation like time, like tester
Time.
will time. Yeah, tester can do this much this activity in this much time, and the
Exactly,
developer.
Santosh.
Yeah,
Yeah. So what is your question now?
yeah. So everybody are telling their timing according to their.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. And these timings are given in one of the meeting by every single person, to which Rolly said that we discuss in the sprint planning meeting. Sprint planning meeting is the name of one kind of a meeting when before we get started working. Okay, Santosh?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Clear to you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So these were few techniques. Okay. Let me quickly reshare my screen and bring that to you in front of you. So what we have discussed so far, we have discussed these high level of, estimation techniques. But the thing is that there are n number of techniques. So you should be going ahead on internet and Google that what all are types of estimation techniques available in the market. But if you want to know few, these are the high level of technique. The best always goes with the Delphi. In the industry, people use experience based technique where they straight away go ahead and share how long it may take. And remember, as the name suggests, it's estimation. So it will only come in terms of hours and it is not needed that it has to be frozen only in this hours. It is always assessment. It is always a probability that it will take this long time. Clear to everyone?
Yes.
Any
Yes.
any
Yes.
question over here? Any question over here? We welcome the questions if you have any. Hello. I see this as a no. Okay. Hello.
No.
No
Yeah,
questions.
okay, cool. So let me go ahead and stop the screen share and reshare the screen so that I can invite Prerna to take the next thing. And here we are transitioning into business analysis.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Gaurav.
So let me quickly move. We will start with business analysis. By the way, I want you all to take a deep breath. Okay. So breathe, everyone. Can you breathe in, inhale deeply, and then exhale? Have you done it?
Yes.
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 So here we complete agile. Okay. Let's move to business analysis. So how you are feeling after completing the agile scrum is a bigger part is done and we are moving to business analysis. So are you all excited to know about everything about business analysis?
Yes.
Gaurav.
Yes.
Yes.
And why you should be excited? Because sometimes someone would hire you as a scrum master, but they will end up giving you business analyst, a business analysis role, business analyst role. Or if someone is picking you as a business analyst, they will eventually end up giving you a scrum master's role. Okay. So business analyst is a kind of a person who may be catered in the both of the things, or should be always ready to perform like anyone like this. This is how industry is choosing business analyst or scrum master like that. However, scrum master means exactly scrum master, not the business analyst, but the industry is, choosing like that. So let me give it to Prerna now, and I'll go on mute. So
Yes,
just
ma'am.
avoid the background noise.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, over to you, Prerna.
It's not, yeah, it's okay. Thank you so much, Gaurav. Is the screen visible to everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
So, International Institute of Business Analysis, that's IIBA, no, full form, was actually founded in Toronto, if you ask me, right? It started during the early 2000 years, during around 2003 October, and there was a community. See, all these things, business analysis or agile that we're talking about, this is all due to the, I would say, need of improvement in the existing business processes. Okay. If you guys are you guys all aware of waterfall method? Yes or no? Because that would really help. Yes, no.
Yes.
If it
Yes, yes,
Yes.
say
Yes.
no,
Yes.
yeah.
no, no. Who is saying no? Nobody is saying no. I'm surprised and happy.
I think Prerna, it was Santosh and Himani.
Santosh
They would
Yes,
No,
require
no,
it
that's
from
I
you.
said yes.
Okay,
I'm
Himani said
expecting
yes.
some notes. Okay. So even if you all know, just give me a 1 minute brush up on that. What was or the other what is waterfall method is that nowadays, if you have attended this scrum part of the sessions, we know that there is continuous discussion with the customer, and we are developing, we are showcasing, we are presenting to them, and then they give their feedback, and this is like a cycle. Okay, this is like the sprints are generally like cycles which keep on going. But earlier it used to be like a customer used to come in January per se, and used to give you requirement, and then they used to get your application, website, a product in December, and what they had asked and what they have received, there would be a lot of change. Okay, a lot of difference, if I have to say. So earlier the industry was kind of going on this method because softwares were not so complex and things were, you know, they were kind of working out. But later, as scientists and doctors and other, maybe the I would say army and all these other side of the domains also started using IT and applications, the complexity increased, and they realized that this waterfall method won't work. Why am I giving you this background is because this background and the disadvantages of the earlier system kind of led the I would say some thinkers or some analysts who were already working on business analysis side of the projects, or working on the requirements, and they decided that we had to do something about it. Okay, so first of all, they gathered in October 2003 to support the community to come together as a community. Earlier they were scattered all around the world, so that was the first time it was a formed community. And then the BA, the body of knowledge, that's generally called as BOK for the short form. That was formed in October 2004. So exactly after 1 year, they came together as a committee and then they started working on these things as a practice. They decided that we have to formalize these things, and we have to work on this as a I would say community. And then In 2006, for the first time, not 2006, sorry, 2005 January, for the first time, they released this first version stating how to, or rather, it's called as Guide to Do Business Analysis Body of Knowledge. That is BA-BOK. Okay, Business Analysis Body of Knowledge is a full form of BA-BOK. So 2005 was the year when it all, it actually, if you have to say the word, took shape, took a formal shape. There was this documentation, and there's a proper version release, and things got formalized. How we have these rumors when any new movie is coming. Oh, this cast is getting casted in this movie, or this actor, this actress. But when there is a proper release, you remember the word release, we say the film is getting released, or it's like when there is a premiere, when people come together and they officially make statements, yes, we will be making a movie, or the movie will release in next year. Similar fashion, earlier they were all scattered, there were no organization or committee that was supporting this. But in 2005 January, we are very glad that they all started, and they even came up with the version 1 of this BA-BOK. So this is just a background why analysis or analysis community came together and formed a group, because they realized that the earlier way of workings were not conducing, were not fruitful. It was not helping the industry. So that is why they formed. Okay, so this is just a history. I just wanted to give you a in detail understanding, so I give this explanation. Any doubts on this? I don't think so. There is anything doubtful. It's just a history part of it. So I'll go to the next slide. In case you want to ask something, please feel free. Yeah, Gaurav, please move to the next slide. Okay, so now this is one of my favorite things to start with, because see, whenever we start something fresh or new, there's a lot of excitement, a lot of questions, a lot of enthusiasm. So continuing with that, here we can say, what is business analysis? So can someone especially new in this batch, maybe I think Himani has joined us, or who has joined us new in this batch, Gaurav? Two of them, I forgot the name, I'm so sorry. So I want you guys to speak. Santosh, you.
Yes.
So can you please read this, because others know this way. We generally encourage team members to read and talk, so they are also involved. So will you please read this one line that is mentioned? Yeah, please.
Okay, so you want me to read this?
Yes,
Okay.
the small
Per
paragraph is the one line
yeah,
basically.
yeah. Per
BA-BOK.
be about guide version 3.0. Business
Mhm.
analysis is the practice of enabling change in an enterprise by defining needs and recommending
Recommending
solution that
solution.
deliver value to stakeholders.
Okay. Okay. Let me reread it for you. And there are many new and interesting words. So if you're not aware, please feel free to ask. So it's what it says, as per the BA-BOK guide, version 3.0, it states business analysis is the practice. First of all, they are calling it as a practice, like a medical practice. Okay. So it's a practice of enabling change in an enterprise. That means any change in an industry, in a company, in an organization, in a domain, by defining needs and recommending solutions that deliver value to stakeholders. Now, in plain English, it simply means this version gives you a guidelines about how you can simplify and understand the needs given by, or requirements given by the customers, and then how you can deliver them at the best. Okay. Now, the one of the very important words to remember here is, or to understand here, is stakeholders. Okay. So this is an open question for everyone. People who know, please do not say, because I want others to share their ideas. So earlier batch who has attended the stakeholder management, please, I'll request you not to say much, but others who do not know about stakeholders, can you say what is a stakeholder, or what do you understand when you say it's a stakeholders, a stakeholder management? What kind of bells it rings in your mind? What does it mean? Yeah. Yes, no, nobody. Stakeholder doesn't ring any bell. Hello.
Can we speak?
I was waiting. I was waiting for the new people. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
think I
that's
guess
why
we can. Yeah.
I think
Go ahead.
client or customer.
Okay. And any other answers, guys, from others? Thank you for answering.
Maybe
Sorry, but
refers
I'm
to the
looking for
people
more.
who have invested in the project.
Shareholders.
Okay.
Vested
Okay.
interest.
Now that's getting interested. Yes, more.
Yeah, shareholders
And
who can provide the stakes in our like that something. Stakes, those who have given stakes to our company, something like that. These are called
Or
stakeholders.
The
or
okay.
people
is
who
it
are
Others?
invested in their time in the project.
Okay.
or is it
Okay.
clients?
No, there's nothing right or wrong. I'm just asking for suggestions or what you understand by it. So it can be
Yeah.
anything. I just want, I'm just open to ideas. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So long story short, it is as simple as the word mean. Anybody and everybody who has a stake slash interest in the project. Okay. So it's not only a client, it's not only a shareholder, it's not only a single or two, three people. It's everybody who is working in a project. It can be as like a development team, it can be a scrum master, product owner, it can be they are rather. So everybody who is involved in the project, along with the customers and development team, senior management team, or members from others team who are working for this project, they are all stakeholders. So this line, it simply means what does. So if someone asks you what is business analysis, so you have to say, like, it's basically a practice where we ensure that the needs are the we have to define the needs and ensure that we recommend best solutions that will deliver the best value to the stakeholders. So we have stakeholders, we have best value, we have best solution, and we have understanding and defining the requirements. So you understand how we are connected to all these points. First of all, you have to analyze, you have to understand the requirement, you have to ensure that you are recommending a solution at least, and then that solution should have a value. See, a solution should have a value means like this is an open question. At home, we all plan to have a nutritious meal, right? We don't have french fries and coke, and I mean some people do have, but we don't have that on daily basis. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Is it right or wrong? Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Especially the moms
Right.
and the
Right.
health
Right.
conscious dads in the group, or or partners. Absolutely right. So what you're trying to do, you're trying to deliver value to your family. You're okay, these nutrients, we should have leafy vegetables, we can have pulses, we should have enough of protein, we should have juices, we should have fruits. So what are you doing? You are, see, this work can be simple done if you order a pizza and give your family a cold pizza, or by reheating in oven or anything like that. It can be as good as you can ask them to drink milk, but no, you put in value, you analyze. Okay, you have growing kids, okay, you can make some special laddus, special dessert, so they can have some dry fruits. Or you, if you have any like in my family, as of now, my mother is not keeping well, so I ensure that what kind of things would be good to heal her from the surgery, or things like that. So we analyze, we check what are their requirements, what are their needs, and then we recommend or we come up with the best solution. So can you map this now? I love to give real life practical example. So now, do
Yes.
you, can you understand where we are coming from? So as a family person, as a mother, father, or as a spouse, how, or as a daughter, how you manage the food, or how you manage the home, that it will be beneficial to all in their good interest. Same way, as a business analyst in an organization or as an analysis as a part of work, we have to ensure that whatever the requirement or the need of the customer or stakeholder is, how well we can give a solution to it and deliver it to it. Not only give solution, deliver that. Okay,
Yes,
all
yes.
good? Any doubts in this? I'll be happy to
No.
answer some questions if there are any. Great, great. Okay, yeah, Gaurav, we can go to the next slide, please. Okay, now this picture is really nerdy, but it was quite suitable. So yes, I want people from who joined today to read this. I think that's a big paragraph. So maybe 2 lines by Santosh and 2 lines from, I think, Poonam. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
And who is joined today? They can please. I'm just I'm forgetting name. One is Santosh and second is who's joined today? Himani. Yeah, so it is between Santosh and Himani. You can read two lines, please. Sorry, guys, you will get enough chance, but today I want them. I want to hear them, so I'm kind of pushing them a little forward. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so should I start?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
please
can
read.
start.
Who is business analyst? A business analyst is any person who performs business analysis tasks described in the BA Work Guide, no matter their job title or organizational role. Business analysts are responsible for discovering, synthesizing, and analyzing information from a variety of sources within an enterprise, including tools, processes, documentation, and stakeholders.
Okay, now I can next.
Yeah,
Um,
please.
the business analyst is responsible for electing
Eliciting, eliciting,
sorry,
huh?
yeah,
Eliciting.
eliciting the actual needs of stakeholders, which frequently involves investigating and clarifying their expressed desire in order to determine underlying issues and causes.
Okay. So long story short, it simply means any person who works towards understanding the requirement, providing the recommended solution, ensuring there is value, and and ensures that there is proper investigation, and and overall who fulfills these activity, or see, like for example, I know people, I mean, I'm one of them, to be very, very honest, who come from development background but get in onto functional mode, or semi-technical mode. Also, there are people who come from different backgrounds, but they work as a business analysis or business analyst. So that's what they're saying. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to have that one degree or you have to have that experience. Only if you're keen, if your observation is good, if your communication is good, if your written, verbal, presentation skills are good, if you're interested in the business. So if you have that I would say knack for analyzing or discussing or discovering or finding solutions, and then if you're along with that also good with some documentation and tools as in their organization specific, it's like some SharePoint tools, or Jira, or whatever it is that they use. So if you're good with all that, then you are a person that can be called as business analyst. Okay, so how we call a person as a doctor who has completed a doctor's degree and worked as an intern and stuff like that. So we have to have that background. For BA, it's not hard and fast. Now you're taking training, but without any prior experience, tomorrow you can get into the industry, and along with the project experiences here, and in-depth understanding of the topics here, and along with other certain smaller projects, you are very well capable enough to start with this profile. So do you get who is a business analyst? Any person who can discover, analyze, investigate requirements and come up with the best solution is a business analyst. Okay, are we good? So we
Yes.
have this person with a nerdy picture with glasses, just to highlight that point. Yeah. Yeah. So Gaurav, what do you suggest? Should we go ahead, or should we take a halt here?
Yeah, so we can pause here and continue the next session and on next day.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, so yes.
Sure, sure, sure. So over to you. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Prerna, for explaining about the business analyst part. So here we come to the end of the session today, and we'll continue on the next day, that is on Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. EST. And yeah, so because we have discussed two very important things, one was the for estimation, and second, we started with business analysis. So you were talking to whom, Prerna, last? With Himani. So Himani, what do you feel like saying today? How was your experience? What would you like to say?
Yeah, so it's a good experience. I kind of understand the role of business analyst. So that's the first thing, because that's the like this is the course and this is what I'm going to do. So I think I can do it. It's like it sounded pretty good to me. Yeah, and my like no questions right now from my side.
And as a business analyst, can you give some estimate also if it is asked that, hey, tell me, explain something, and you know that, so you can explain that and you can provide estimation also, that to write such explanation, how long you may take. You can
Yes,
do
so
that.
basically, if what I understood is like if anything comes up, then I need to, as a business analyst, I need to look for all the requirement, like what, like investigate everything about it, like how much, what is the demand of the customer, what exactly they need in their in terms of their whatever product they want. And then on that basis I need to write a requirement in such a manner that it should be beneficial for the company as well as for the customer as well. And I need to give a time frame also, that it should be done in this much time frame. That's what
Yeah,
I
and
understood.
yeah, and you can give that. That was the question, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Of course you can. So yes, Himani, thank you so much for sharing that. You found it easy today, day one. So Himani, call out someone's name on the screen you see right now.
uh,
Any name.
Poonam.
Poonam. Yes, Poonam, what do you feel like saying?
Hi, it was really interesting session, Gaurav.
Mhm,
And yeah, we moved to the BA today.
mhm,
And first, we discussed about that estimation today, that it is not always about doing calculation. It is important for us to estimate how many things we can do or see, or how long it will take. It means it's a kind of forecast that helps avoid exceeding time limits, and um, it's in a different point of way, like in the cost or like scope. I feel it this way. And then we discussed also about the story sizing estimation, that the adding one every exceeding number in that to know the story points. And then we also discussed about that how many story points we can cover, and that also we should know about the velocity and capacity there. And so you also told about story sizing technique, like Fibonacci is like something I was hearing that word, that is new to me, but I was searching it. And then poker planning, we also discussed that it helps us it's a poker planning. I was thinking that it's always start after product backlog is written, so then we take initiation for the like poker planning. And you also told about the t-shirt sizing, that is really interesting, and dot voting and Delphi, which I'm going to explore more on those things, because yeah, I need that. And we also started with Kalpana about the history of the BA. What is the history of the BA? It started in 2003, and then in 2004 communities developed, and in 2005 the first book came out. And then we also understand that who is BA is the person who gathering the requirements and fulfill all the needs of the stakeholders, and who involves and investigate all the things. And we also discussed about who is the stakeholder, a person with an interest or concern in the business. So that is the stakeholder. We discussed all those things today, and it was really interesting. Thank you to both of you.
Okay, Poonam, thank you so much. Very well summarized. Also put the
Mhm.
video of it, what you just summarized in a minute.
Okay, yes, I
And
will.
yeah, thank you so much. You kept on sharing the videos. So kudos to you. Poonam, call out someone's name on the screen, please.
Next to me is Ishan.
Yeah, Ishan. Yes, sir. What do you feel like saying?
Yeah, thank you, Gaurav. Thank you, Prerna. So today I have learned about what the estimations and what are the requirements we should have and how the estimations have been made, and how Prerna very well explained about the role of business analysis from the starting, how the business analysis was started and where it was organized, and what are the roles, major roles of the it's from basic point where we can understand more in future about the detailed understanding. It was very good excitement for me to learn from the scratch of business analysis.
Super. Ishan, it was also your day one.
No, no, it was not.
Okay, awesome. So Ishan, call out someone's name on the screen you see.
Ankit Patel.
Yes, Ankit. Yes, sir. What do you feel like saying?
Yes, it was a good class. We learned about obviously estimation techniques and specifically the Delphi method, which is it looks like it's collecting the opinions from a group of experts through a series of rounds of questioning. And obviously there are many other estimation techniques, but I like that we went into speaking about this method just as an example. And we then switched to starting with the business analyst and starting with the different types of methods. I think the initial one talked about was the waterfall method, which likely is an older method that is used for maybe different types of projects, but I'm sure we're going to learn more about when it's used and when the other ones are used, and we'll be able to go from there.
Super, Ankit. Thank you so much for sharing. Please call out someone's name on the screen.
Yeah, Priyanka.
Priyanka. Yes, Priyanka, what do you feel like saying?
Thank you, Ankit. So it was a good session again today. It was a new topic, the estimation techniques. The topic was really interesting, and I will surely research more about new techniques, as Gaurav, you told us to have some more idea on Google and check. And then I'm excited about this news course also now. I mean, the news topic, which is we are starting BA, business analyst. So I'm excited for it to get started, and we'll look
Awesome.
forward for it.
Awesome, Priyanka. Thank you so much for sharing. Please call out someone's name.
Rolly.
Rolly. Yes, Rolly. What do you feel like saying?
Hi, Gaurav. This is a very interactive session. Today we learned some about estimation techniques, estimation. I think it's a last topic of Agile. And now we have started that business analyst. And I'm very excited to cover some more knowledge about this. And it is very good session and a very interactive session, actually.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you so much. Call out one name on the screen.
Uh, Aparna?
Aparna. Yes, Aparna. What do you feel like saying?
It was very interesting to learn about the estimation techniques once again and starting BA.
Yes.
Thank you, Gaurav and Prerna.
Thanks.
Let me call on Himani Srivastav.
Yeah, Himani. Himani, I think she is done. She was the first.
Yeah, I already
Okay.
spoke. Yeah.
Santosh Kumari.
Yeah, Santosh.
Yes.
What do you feel like
Yes.
saying?
Thank you, Gaurav, and thank you, Prerna. And so today it was my first day, and as you all know, that I am totally new for the IT. So I learned some new words, and I learned about the basic about the BA and estimation, and I watched the video of Agile, so I know what is the difference between Agile and waterfall, and I learned about the story sizing techniques, different techniques, and I really like how Prerna gave the example, like from our house activity. So I understand because of these examples, and I learned our first point of contact, that is product owner and then BA. Then second role is BA. So it was good session for me.
Yeah, thank you so much, Santosh. Please call out some one name on the screen, and yes, role you tell
I
me.
think it's Raji.
Raji. Yes, Raji. What do you feel like saying?
Yeah, it was very interactive and like very detailed explained on estimations, and also very excited to learn more about BA. So as we started our learning with the introduction, it is really good and it is easy to understand everything. And it was really in detailed explanation. Thank you for the class, Prerna and Gaurav.
Thank you so much, Raji. Raji, call out someone's name on the screen, you see?
I think everyone is done, Gaurav.
Okay.
As of now.
So who is remaining then?
I guess I am. So,
Yeah, Raji, you
yes,
can call out Prerna's name, please.
yeah, please.
Yeah, Prerna.
Yeah, thank you so
Prerna.
much. So all in one, a superb session, very enthusiastic batch. Everybody's involved, asking questions, and please have this momentum running, and please rewatch this video again, because being the first session, you were doing multiple things, taking notes, listening to us. So there are things will get more clear once you rewatch this video. So highly recommending that once again. And thank you so much for being so patient and so attentive during the entire session. Over to you, Gaurav. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for showing up. And I'm super glad that being this day one, you found it really easy, interesting, and interactive, and informative as well. So even I'm looking forward to serve you further on next Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Till then, enjoy your evening. Have a good night's sleep. Bye-bye. Take care and good night. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you.
Good night, all of you. Thank you so much.
Good night.